The mainstream media and U.S. government have been silent about the current situation in Ukraine, and that's why it's extremely important to release this video. And I'm also going to detail how Hillary Clinton is involved in creating the current despotic, draconian situation in this very key, important European country. Now, there's a website in Ukraine that many people are speculating is funded by Western powers and is sponsored by the Ukrainian government. This website links individuals who are against the government in Kiev. Activists, journalists, politicians, anyone who threatens the current power establishment in Kiev, the current pro-Western backed government, is put on this assassination kill list. Individuals who were put on this list have been murdered, or they had a mysterious suicide within the last few weeks. There's almost 11 individuals. Just on April 16th alone of this year, 2 prominent journalists who are critical of the pro-Western backed regime in Kiev have been murdered. There's been a string of mysterious homicides and suicides taking place in Ukraine. There's almost 11 individuals, and one thing that they all have in common is that they pose a threat. They were all outspoken and effective critics of the current government in Ukraine. And we say pro-Western backed Ukrainian government because we know for a fact U.S. aid and the National Endowment for Democracy used U.S. taxes to finance the revolution that overthrew the Ukrainian government from being pro-Russia to being pro-Western like it is right now. And the current government and its critics, the people who threaten the current power establishment that we put into play, are being assassinated. And there is not a mention in the mainstream media about this anywhere. When there was a political assassination in Russia, a politician, Boris Nemtsov, who was assassinated just a few weeks ago, the U.S. mainstream media had a field day. The U.S. mainstream media speculated about how Putin assassinated his critic. Barack Obama talked about how there needs to be an international criminal investigation to the death of this Russian politician. Now, I'm not saying it's not plausible or implausible. We know Putin is KGB and those things could very much happen. But the mainstream media for weeks goes on about one political assassination in Russia, but does not mention the over 11 mysterious deaths and assassinations and suicides that have been taking place with anyone who is critical of the pro-Western backed regime in Ukraine, which shows you how the U.S. mainstream media is lockstep and barrel, not only with the military-industrial complex, but with the U.S. State Department. Now, even Ron Paul is speaking about this because we are sending troops to Ukraine. Israeli and American troops are in Ukraine right now training their military. We know that they just delivered 200 Humvees to the Ukrainian government to be used in combat. This is supposed to be non-lethal aid, but as you can see, there's gun turrets on these Humvees for a reason. Now, another critically important part that's not being covered by the mainstream media is how the U.S. government will leave its equipment when they stop training the Ukrainian military forces, which have committed horrible war crimes in eastern Ukraine. Now, who is the current power establishment in Ukraine? Who are these pro-Western backed people? And of course, it's been documented, a lot of them are neo-Nazis, war criminals, and gangsters. And that could be a whole nother video within itself. Now, where did these neo-Nazis, these war criminals, these gangsters, these people who are pro-Western come from? Well, Hillary Clinton would know. Why would Hillary Clinton know? Well, Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton made a lot of money from foreign investments, from foreign money coming into their hands. Now, the White House is not even denying how Clinton used the State Department to raise millions of dollars, and that's why she became filthy rich with her husband, Bill Clinton, being Secretary of State, being head of the State Department. But when she was receiving money from Ukrainian oligarchs who were their top contributors. Ukrainian oligarchs who wired millions of dollars to Hillary and Bill Clinton's foundation, the Clinton Global Initiative. And before the coup d'etat that happened in Ukraine, Hillary Clinton took in that money from the Ukrainian oligarchs who were pro-Western and trained the new government before the revolution, before the coup d'etat, with a program under the Clinton Global Initiative, training the new political leadership of Ukraine. And this lady wants to become the next president of the United States of America. And I say, fuck Hillary Clinton. Fuck her by sharing this video and making sure people are aware not only of her abuse of power, but her initiating and putting people into power in Ukraine that are war criminals, neo-Nazis, gangsters. Fuck Hillary Clinton. Share this video. Like this video if you found it informational. All the sources are going to be in the description below. If I said anything wrong, prove me wrong in the comment section below. Everything is sourced and documented. And most importantly, do not forget to subscribe to youtube.com/WeAreChange, because we're going to keep providing you information that you will not get anywhere else.